So now let us look at the first question. Okay, we have here 2 cos x equals to 1, and then for the range, okay, x is less than or equal to 360 degree but more than or equal to 0 degree. So note that this is not yet the linear form, okay, as we need to use a method LACA. Okay, so first thing first, we want to change the trigonometric function into linear form. So if we want to change it into linear form, the front part should have no number. Okay, so means that 2 cos x equals to 1, and then we want to eliminate these two, so we move it to the right hand side, and thus in linear form you get cos x equals to 1 over 2. So that is already linear form. And to change it into the second step, that is alpha, okay, a, okay, so you change the middle part here to alpha, so you get cos alpha equals to 1 over 2. And take note that, okay, so doesn't matter, in linear form the right hand side, or what we call as the constant, is positive or negative. When we convert to alpha form, this one will always be positive, always be positive. Okay, so the negative here actually just indicates which quadrant the value will stay at. Okay, indicates the quadrant. So for example, just now when we discussed, okay, all sine teacher crazy, correct? So for example, now we have cos. So if the value of the constant is positive, means that it will stay at the first quadrant and the fourth quadrant. Now if it is negative, then it will stay at the second quadrant and also the third quadrant. So that is what it means by the negative value lah. Okay, but when you use cos alpha, you are not going to how we call that? You are not going to use the negative value, because when you press the calculator, you might get the wrong answer. Okay, so after we have when you change into alpha, then you need to find the value of alpha. So your alpha is 60 degree by using the calculator. Okay, now the range, just copy from the questions. X is less than or equals to 360 or more than or equal to 0 degree. Note that if the range, sometimes, okay, sometimes the question, the middle part not necessarily to be x, it can be 2x. So for example, now I take this example, if 2x, what you need to do, the whole thing you times 2, then you get like this, 0 degree. Sometimes it can be 2x plus 10 degree. So what you need to do, everything you plus 10 degree. So here you will get 330 degree, and here you have 10 degree. Okay, but in this case we only have x, so that's why we don't need to do this any extra steps. Okay, but just that you need to know lah. Now quadrant cube. So just now I have told you, okay, you need to see whether it's positive or negative. So here, okay, so here this 1 over 2 is positive, and note that this is cos, okay, it's cos. So all sine teacher crazy, and thus since it is positive, it will stay at where will it stay at? Positive. So alpha, the alpha should be here, and the cos, no sorry, the fourth quadrant, okay, here. And after that, find your answer, correct? So how do we draw? And now we already know it will be at quadrant. Quadrant how many? Quadrant 1 and 4. So we draw properly. Label all sine teacher crazy. And now we draw our alpha. So this one is alpha, this one is alpha. So at the first quadrant, it is just alpha. The value of alpha will be alpha. This one will be 180 degree minus alpha. This one will be 180 degree plus alpha, and this one will be 360 degree minus alpha. So just now we already know our alpha is, oh sorry, it's a little bit messy. The plus it, oh sorry, it's not enough. So this one, the alpha is equal to 60 degree. So here is located at the first quadrant and the fourth quadrant, and thus your alpha, oh sorry, your alpha is just 60 degree, and then 360 degree minus 60 degree. So this one we don't need to write out the step. Actually, we can just write 360. Okay, so not yet done because alpha not necessarily equals to x. But in this case, okay, in this case we have cos alpha equals to 1 over 2. Okay, and then we have cos x equal to 1 over 2. So your alpha just equals to your x, and that's why your x is just 60 degree, 300 degree. Okay, so that's it. So if we have the chance, and let's see if we have the time to discuss further on this subtopic, we might try out with some questions that your alpha is not equals to x. For example, your alpha can be 2x, alpha can be 3x plus 50 degrees, something like this. Okay, and we also can try out the range that is not within that is not less than 360 and then 180. Okay, so this one, if we come across with this kind of questions, then there will be extra steps to be done, but at least now we need to master this part. So yeah, it's indeed a very long steps. So I hope that my video can benefit you, and I will see you again. Thank you.